Today on Sinder's Playground, I will give you a brief history of the Predator franchise and why we like it so much. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome to another edition of Sinder's Playground. I'm your host, Sinder.
And I'm Jose.
And today, man, we're tackling one of my favorite characters in cinema. That is the Predator. Sir, are you a fan of the Predator?
Yes, I am.
He is
One of my favorites.
Yes, he is. And I don't classify him as like a horror person. That's why I never mention him like when I say like my horror list like that, because to me he's more in the sci-fi realm.
Yeah,
if you will.
action, sci-fi.
Yeah, that's why I put it like him, even the aliens too. But I mean, aliens could be construed as horror. Depends who you ask. I categorize those movies as sci-fi horror.
That makes sense.
That's the way I look at them. Predator, though, I think is just straight up action, sci-fi action. That's the way I look at that. Those movies for sure. But like I said, it's a cool character. I even have a Predator statue that I bought at a horror convention, probably like 5 years ago. Awesome. It's like he has like the staff, man. And then the other hand, he's having like a what do you call it? Like the spinal column of somebody with the head with the skull on it.
No, that's crazy.
It's like, oh man, they are so cool, man. I mean, they might be the coolest aliens we've ever had on film, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like them or the Xenomorphs, one of them, just like so awesome. But I'm going to tell you guys a little brief history of this franchise and some tidbits about stuff you probably didn't know, some behind the scenes stuff, and then we're going to get into the other media the Predator has infected. So, without further ado, here we go. Predator is an American science fiction action media franchise centered mainly around the films, chronicling humankind's encounter with the race of extraterrestrial trophy-seeking hunters known as the Yautja. Produced and distributed by 20th Century Fox, now owned by Disney, the franchise has novels, comic books, video games, statues, t-shirts, costumes, and has become ingrained into pop culture, especially for sci-fi fans. Okay, Predator 1 was John McTierman's first film. So think about that for a second. I'm going to pause here. As good as that movie is, that's somebody's first film.
That's crazy.
That is, man. I mean, that's hitting it out of the park on your first at bat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy, but it's also scary because it's like, damn, I set the bar so high for myself.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I didn't look at his IMDb, but if I did, I'm sure there's nothing as good as this as a Predator. You're just like, well, can't go anywhere else but down now. Like I said, man. I mean, honestly, at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm just retire after this.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to.
I don't want to tarnish my legacy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he did one film. Yep, it's Predator. I was like, oh, I love that film. I was like, I know, it was great.
And that's the reason why I only did one.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. I only did this one. Okay. Oh. But he was assisted by Shane Black, who also starred. He's one of the stars of the first film. Now, Shane Black would also go on to direct certain films, such as Iron Man 3, which is probably my worst hated Marvel film, The Nice Guys, And the biggest pile of shit this series has seen, The Predator. That's the one that came out in 2018. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This piece of shit. So like I said, seeing his name made me decide that I want to do an episode of my 10 most hated directors. Shane Black is going to be on that list. I don't know where he's going to fall, but he will be on the list. For shitting on Iron Man and shitting on the Predator franchise. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry, just had to get that in there because Shane Black's a piece of trash. Ready for some knowledge, sir?
Let's go.
Did you know Jean-Claude Van Damme was originally chosen to play the Predator?
I heard about that. I actually just saw it on, I forgot what I was scrolling past. I saw a picture of him in the Predator uniform, and I was like, what? I'm like, there's no way he was playing him. And then I heard he got like let go or fired or quit.
No, the thing is,
he quit.
No, did he quit? No, but the thing is, sizing him up against Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Jesse Ventura. These guys like 6'7", 6'8". John is about my height. So, in order for the Predator to be menacing, you want to be bigger than those dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why he was like, go. Nothing against him. It's just like, you want your villain or bad guy to be menacing. You know what I mean? And if your heroes are taller than your villain, it's just like, that's no threat, no drama. You know what I mean? So that's why he was like, yo, what you got? So they wanted somebody more imposing. So enter Kevin Peter Hall, who played the Predator in the first two films. He's a black guy. He's like 7 foot and obviously bigger than Arnold and everybody else, So yeah. Okay, now you get to more detail about the first film. The creature was originally designed with a long neck and a dog-like head with one eye. Obviously, this was scrapped. Then Stan Winston was brought in because Stan, who did the special effects for the Terminator, which was mentioned by Arnold, obviously, because Arnold was in the Terminator. Was in Terminator. But Stan Winston, who is a legend in special effects, he did the effects for Terminator, T2, the first series of Jurassic Park films, not this new shit. The Thing, AI, that movie was Will Smith, and Edward Scissorhands, just to name a few. At first, Winston just used straight up makeup, but after a few days in the hot Mexican jungle, the makeup would get ruined and messy. So production was stopped for 6 weeks while Winston made a full body suit. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there for a second. So what do you think about that? That they just tried to do makeup at first, and then they're like, "Yeah, this shit is too hot. It's gonna fucking just get messed up and everything."
Yeah.
So that suit, he made it from the ground up, man. From head to toe, made that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
I know.
How talented some people are.
Well, Stan's the best, man. Like I said, I mean, if you just Google him, listeners, Stan Winston, you see some of the shit that he has made that you've seen in films over the years. Guess what, though? Ready for another bomb, sir?
Let's go.
That clicking sound you hear is done by Peter Cullen. Who was that? AKA Optimus Prime.
Oh, that's crazy.
That sound that you hear? Oh, man. Okay, Greenberg Associates is a special effects company, and they did the invisible scenes of the Predator, and they also did the infrared vision you see him in the first film. That glowing blood is achieved by breaking glow sticks, pretty much.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, man. And another side note, Carl Weathers, who is you know who he is. That's the black guy, right?
Yeah.
He said on an interview from 2015 that Most of the guys got up at 3 a.m. to work out just so they can be buff when the film started rolling. Well, I mean, when cameras started rolling.
Damn.
Could you imagine that? Especially if Arnold's there, man. You know, and
Yeah.
you see him get up, it's like, oh, hell no, I'm getting up too.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Like,
Outside.
I can't look like a bum.
Yeah, man. You know, like I said, man, because I bet you that's what happened. Because Arnold will probably get up like at 3 a.m. Like, all right, get this work out there for cameras start rolling.
Yeah.
You know, then the other guy's like, oh shit, he's getting up. Yeah, I'm gonna get up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up too. I'm gonna go, bro. Shit.
That show will motivate anybody.
Hell yeah, man. Especially back then, he was in peak physical condition, bro. You know. Now some more facts about the Predator. As I mentioned, John McCain. Well, not John McCain. Excuse me, John Tyerman. This was his first film, and it was written by Jim and John Thompson. It had a budget of $18 million, but it grossed $100 million, man. All right, stop there for a second. Damn. So, I mean, they gave them $18 million to do this. And, like, they filmed in Mexico and everything like that, man. So, I think Fox didn't have any. What is it, 20th Century Fox? That's that right? Yeah, 20th Century Fox. They said, I don't think they had high hopes for the film, but the fact that it tripled basically in. It's gross. It's just gross. What do you call it? Is amazing. I think because I love that though when like a studio doesn't have faith in like a project. Like, yeah, we're just throwing a few $1 million and we'll get something out of it. I guess.
Yeah.
And it like triples or quadruples what it costs to make.
Yeah.
You know.
You just shut it down. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you thought this was gonna be nothing, right? It'd be nothing, man.
How you like me now?
I mean, it's just like. People underestimate the sci-fi community and the horror community, I think, as a whole, you know, because they think those kind of movies will bring in, you know, money, you know, and everything like that. But they underestimate each and every time, bro. You know. Okay, so that was my facts about the first film, man. So are you blown? That should have dropped on you, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't even know the John Claude Van Damme thing until this morning. Actually,
Really?
Yep. And I don't know. That's crazy that you mentioned it. I just saw it today. I was like,
yeah, man. I mean, I like the idea of him doing it, but again, like you said, if your actors, or I mean, if your heroes, I should say, are bigger than your threat, then you know. It like I said, it loses its importance. You're like, okay, well, they could take him easy, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so you need somebody tall, you know, bigger than your heroes. So I get it, man. You know, it makes sense. Okay, going back to Predator 2, released in 1990, and was directed by Stephen Hopkins, written by the Thompson brothers. Again, had a budget of $30 million and made $57 million. This one, we see the Predator in the big city, killing mobsters and drug kingpins alike, while a cop is trying to get to the bottom of all of it. Did you see this one?
no.
Don't. It's not very good. Not very good, man. It's funny too, because like, oh man, after that first one, we're like, oh man, I wanted to do another one, man. I was craving it, man, and then they gave us this, which isn't good.
It doesn't sound like it's
not
the best premise.
No. I mean, I like the idea of him in the city, but they didn't do it right. They didn't execute it right, I should say. You know. What's it called? Then, so that was in 2010. Then we wouldn't get another Predator movie all the way until when? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say 2010? I said 1990.
That's yeah. That was the second one.
Yeah, definitely. And then we get another one until 2010. That's Predators, which that was directed by. I'm gonna fuck this dude's name up. Nimrod Atal. That's what it says. Nimrod. That's the way it's spelled. Nimrod Atal. His only claim to fame was Vacancy. Did you ever see Vacancy?
Nope.
It's a horror movie. It's pretty dope. It's all right. It's good for one watch. It's a good for one watch, man. Like a typical hotel scary thing, couple stopping there and then crazy shit happens. It's all right. It's not my top 20 horror films, but it's a good watch.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's like his biggest deal. Predators had a budget of 40 million and it made 127 million. This one had people with certain skills are chosen to be the prey for the predators on this planet that isn't Earth who will survive. Did you see this one?
Is that the one where they're in the Arctic?
No, that was Predator. Antarctic, that was Predators versus Aliens.
Oh.
No,
I haven't seen that one.
Okay. Yeah. This one's okay. It's better than Predator 2. Put it that way. I would like it better if the ending they didn't fuck up. They fucked up the ending though. They just really messed it up. They messed up the ending. Not gonna tell you. I mean, I'll tell you
off air
if you want, but yeah, you just messed it up. Then we get 2018's The Predator again. Written and directed by Shane Black. Oh man, dude. Oh, bro, like you might get a whole page for yourself when I do my director's thing, bro.
Damn.
Director's thing, bro. Okay, it had a budget of $88 million. That's the highest budget a Predator movie has got to this date, bro.
It's
still fun, man. And it made 160 million. All right, wait. Let me just say this for a second. What you go? So, do you think people, when I say like general audiences, they'll just go to a movie if has something like recognizable, like
yeah.
Like
I think so.
Like let's say like a Predator, even if it's bad, they're like, well, it's the Predator. I'm gonna go anyway.
Yeah. I want to see it myself.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
I feel like that's a lot of Ghostbuster movies.
Oh yeah, Ghostbusters. We can say that. Child's Play.
Yeah.
Aliens. But yeah, because you're gonna see the Xenomorphs. You're gonna see the Predator. You're gonna see that killer doll. So you just go. And you just hope at least his scenes are good, or the villain's scenes are good at least. So you just go. I did not watch the Predator because I didn't have no interest. Not only because of Shane Black, because from the trailers and the premise I was seeing, I was like, oh, this is going to be terrible. I'm at the point in my life now where a movie has to be, I'm not going to say exceptional, but I have to know what I'm going into, know, and I have to have a good gut feeling about it. Like, okay, this is going to be good, so I'm going to go, man. Like I said, what was the last movie I saw? John Wick. You know why? Because the first three were good. I'm like, oh, well, it's the same guys doing it. So
yeah,
the fourth one's going to be good. I had no qualms going to see that, shit like this. Like this, especially if I know who's writing and directing it, man. What you call it? It's like, oh, no, this is going to be terrible. I love The Predator, but I don't have that much to have myself sit through 90 minutes of torture, fucking up, one of my favorite beings in cinema, surrounded by a shitty story, But 2022, we get Prey that was released on Hulu. This was a prequel to the original film. What is it called? Directed by Dan Trachtenberg. Dan, you did an excellent job there. And written by Patrick Olson. Had a budget of $65 million, man. Obviously, this has no gross because it was streamed. But this takes place in 1719, where Native Americans are trying to survive and settlers are trying to take their land. And a young predator is dropped here to go through his rite of passage, which means hunt, kill, collect. I also like to add that Amber Mid-Thunder, I didn't know she was a real Native American person. So that surprised me. But yeah, Amber Mid-Thunder did an amazing job. And as a female lead, a female lead I could get behind, This is
she kicked ass.
This is my second favorite film in the entire franchise. All right,
I agree.
in the entire
Between that one and the first one.
Yeah, like this. This is awesome, bro. Like I said,
I wish I would have paid to see it.
Well,
because I would have mind seeing that
in theaters. Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't mind for that because that was a good story. It had a good story. It was like
everything was believable.
Yeah, everything was believable.
Yeah, like I said, man,
everything made sense.
Yes.
So it's like I really like that one. That one was.
It was good. It was good. Like I said, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna touch on this like a little bit later. But Prey is awesome, man. Now, like I said, you know what it is because this was the last one under the Fox banner. Before Disney bought it. And everything. So Disney probably just like, just throw it on one of them streaming services or whatever.
Damn, that sucks.
What you call it? Because I think in their minds, they're like, no, we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna start this all over. We're gonna do our Predator, our version of the Predator. Like that. That's what I think is gonna happen. I just hope it's good. Like, get this person. Get this person to direct your first one, though. Like I said, Dan Trachtenberg,
the writer and the director,
the writer Patrick Olson. Yeah, man.
They both did a good job.
Yeah, man. It's good shit, man. Like, damn, I want to watch it now.
As you were talking about, I'm like, kind of want to watch the first one and
this. Yeah. Oh, you should watch this one first and then watch Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For real. Oh, so
you can watch it in chronological.
Yeah, man. For sure. Dude, man. And then big ups to like the guy in the Predator costume too, bro. Man, he was awesome, man. Like I said, because it's been different guys. Probably, I think, for like each film since the first two. There hasn't been like a consistent guy being in the suit, especially now because now movies have like 4 and 5 different ones. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but nah, man, this like the guy who did this one was awesome. Very good. Oh, these are so good. Okay, now, sir, I'm gonna get into other media, if you will. They are novels, so actual books based in the Predator universe. These are the novels in chronological order, I think. Yeah, we got Predator: Concrete Jungle. That came out in 1995. We got Predator: Cold War. That came out in 1997. Predator: Big Game. That came out in 1999. Then you got Predator: Forever Midnight. Came out in 2006, and then Predator: Flesh and Blood, which came out 2007, and then in 2008 we get Predator: Turnabout, and then the last one I'm sorry, it's not the last one. We get Predator: South China Seas in 2008, Predator: Incursion 2015, Predator: If It Bleeds 2017, and the last book came out in 2020 called Predator: Stalking Shadows. Now, especially for stuff like this, like fantasy, if you will, fantasy sci-fi stuff, what you call it, I need the visuals. So that's why I like reading comics as opposed to books.
Yeah, because you get a visual.
Yeah, so you get a visual and stuff like this. But I mean, if you're not in the comics, like I said, all of these are novels that you can go to your local Barnes and Nobles or order from Amazon. Get all of these, man. But now we're going to comics. Now, Predator has a long history in comics, but I am just giving you my personal picks, the shit that I've read over the years, because, like I said, not only is a cool character, there's so many things you can do with him,
Yeah.
So. And like I said, and he's crossed over so many things, but I will get into that. So, now, the first series of books were just miniseries. You know what a comic miniseries is? It's like 4, 5, 6 issues that tell one whole story. So these are all miniseries. You have Predator: Big Game. So basically, some of the books they turned into the comics.
Oh, okay.
So again, for people who were like me and need that visual. you know, not just reading a bunch of words. You know, not to say that I never read books, but you know, I'm a visual type person. I like to see shit.
Yeah.
You know, so Predator Cold War, they did a comic version of that. Predator Hell Come a Walking. It's another miniseries. Then Predator Hunters 1, 2, and 3. So Predator Hunters is volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. That's the first ever comics of the Predator. So if you want to see the beginning of the Predator comics, look for Predator Hunters. Like I said, it's volume 1, 2, and 3. Highly recommend it if you want to, you know, start from the very beginning. Now we get into the good. Well, it's all good shit, but we get into the shit most fanboys would like. That is, we get Predator versus Batman, which love that shit. I have that shit. Good stuff right there. Oh, two of my favorite characters doing it, but they not only went at it once, they went at it on three separate occasions. So you'd have Predator versus Batman 2, Blood Match. You get Predator versus Batman 3, just called Predator versus Batman 3, no subtitle. So that's what I think it was. I think the first time they did it was so like popular, like, oh, we gotta do this shit again. You know, you got Predator versus Batman. Think about it, you got probably the best hunter universe versus the world's greatest detective, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's so cool, man. You know, they need to do this for one of those DC animated movies. Do this shit, man. Like I said, but again, it's probably a licensing issue, which I'm sure it is.
Especially now that
Disney owns it. Oh yeah, the Disney's not gonna let anybody take, you know, borrow or use anything that they own. So yeah, that's probably never gonna happen. Pipe dream. I'm sure there's some talented people out there who could do it though. So get to it. You know, do that unofficial Batman versus Predator. You know, either do a live action or animated. I don't care. Just do it. You know, just throw it up there on YouTube. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. You know, but then we're not done there, sir. We have Predator versus Superman. You know, which is a miniseries, and Predator versus Tarzan, which I read, which is awesome, and Predator versus the JLA, man.
Damn.
So he thought that Justice League of America, man. So that tells you even Superman couldn't handle him. So yes, man. And I would also recommend anything done by Dark Horse Comics. The Dark Horse mostly had the IP for the longest time as far as comics go. They do a lot of good stuff. I think they do a lot of stuff that like the big two wouldn't do, like DC and Marvel. The big two wouldn't do. Like I said, like they've done Aliens comics, they've done Terminator comics, they've done Evil Dead comics, they've done Hellraiser comics, you know. And of course they've done Predator. They've had the licenses the longest though. I mean, because I think that was one of their first titles they released was the Predator Hunters that I talked about earlier. So yes. So like I said, Dark Horse, Predator, just look it up. You know, you'll see bunch of stuff with them. Like I said, you can get these in those trade paperbacks. Not trade paperbacks. I forgot what you call them. The things where we put all the comics into one book.
Oh, like an encyclopedia.
No, not encyclopedia, man. Like I said, man. I'll just say the trades, you know. Like no, the trades. Like I said, all the volumes. Like I said, you see volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, Predator Hunters. Look for it. That's if you want somewhere to start there. But if you just want to see the fantasy of Batman versus Predator or Superman or Tarzan, you know, you can just look those up too. But if you do check out Batman and Predator, I suggest you do it one at a time. Do 1, 2, and 3. Read them in order because they do connect. It's not just he's meeting him for the first time each time. So they do connect, you know, and he remembers. Bruce, I mean. So yes.
I mean, I would.
Yeah. All right. Now, I'm not done. Doing video games. Did you know there was a Predator game in 1987 for the NES?
No, I didn't.
Yes, there was, man. It was crappy though. I think it was just like a side scroll, like
like Margo.
Not well, yeah, but less than that.
Oh,
Yeah. Like it's the NES, man. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, like I said, then actually there was a Predator 2 game, but that wasn't released here. That was only in Japan, believe it or not. Um, and then in 1992, there was a Predator 2 game released for the Sega Genesis, which I never even knew about because I did have a Sega Genesis. I didn't even heard of this. So that was, a surprise to me. Then we got Predator Concrete Jungle. That came out for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. And that came out in 2005, which, again, I had a PS2. I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, man. And then, man, 2020, we got Predator Hunting Grounds. And that was for the PS4 exclusive, which, again, I did hear about this, but I totally forgot about it. Did you hear about that?
yeah.
Yeah, Hunting Grounds. So had no interest in it.
Yeah, but I probably have a couple of games on my list that I have to.
I mean, you know the format, right? It's just like the Friday the 13th game where somebody's the predator, then other people are like soldiers or whatever, and then you got to see who survives or whatever. That's I never got into that Friday the 13th game. Did you?
No.
Yeah, man. I mean, because I would always want to be Jason, honestly, because it's done like at random. It's like say a bunch of people queue in, and then whoever's Jason, it'll just be picked at random. You can't like choose him.
Oh yeah. It's like kind of like tag your.
Yeah. And then and then whoever's Jason, like I said, you have to kill the other people in the lobby. So same thing here with the Predator. Like I said, Predator shows in at random, and then and then the other people in the party, well, in the lobby, I should say, are the soldiers, and then you gotta survive, man. And then, like I said, if you kill the Predator, you're winning.
I thought that not a similar game, but did you know that there's a Texas Chainsaw game coming out? Like
Yeah, I know. It's probably the same thing. I didn't look too much into it because I figured it's gonna be the same thing, just like the Friday game, where somebody's gonna be Leatherface, and then you're just teenagers. You're gonna see who survives. Nah. I'd rather just. That's why I just make a hard game when you're like the killer and you just like kill everybody. I mean like a single player game like that where like I said, like I can be like Leatherface and just kill people and then just keep killing people. I don't know what the end goal would be. But I'm gonna just keep killing people. I want that. I just get style points for the way I kill people and stuff like that. Somebody make that game. Oh man. So, also, the Predator has made appearances in Mortal Kombat 10, Fortnite, and Tom Clancy's Wildlands. What do you call it? Dude, I've never seen a Predator skin. In Fortnite, I would definitely buy that.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick.
I would definitely buy that. So I guess we gotta wait. Or I don't know, or maybe it's those once in a lifetime things like the Deadpool one that I never see, but MK10, I have MK10, I think, but I don't think I never bought the Predator skin, which I should have. So yeah, and of course, I forgot the arcade games, Predator versus Aliens. You remember those in arcades?
Yeah,
we just shot the guns. Those are dope too. I like those, man. Oh, you know why those never got ported to home consoles, right?
Did they?
Never. Licensing issues. Because I think whoever made the game, they only had the license for a certain amount of time, and then they didn't renew it or whatever. Because they would have to keep renewing it for them to put it on a home console. So they didn't. So now you can never play it at home. So that's what it is, man. Now that Disney owns it, that's never going to happen. Sucks. I'm really starting to hate Disney, man. Yeah. You should be, for them, but not anymore, man. All right. Time for questions, sir.
Let's go.
So when and how did you discover the Predator?
From the first one, I watched it on TV.
So probably like cable, most likely.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So you saw the first movie. So what did you think after you saw that first? After that first film.
I was like, yo, those are sick.
Yeah.
But I never knew. It wasn't like something I like looked up. I'm like, where's the next? I mean, we didn't have computers and stuff like that. So like later on. So and then I was like, damn, I wonder if they did more than that.
So yeah. All right. I got you. So do you ever? Well, first of all, have you seen all the films? And two, do you have a favorite film?
No, I haven't seen the second or third one.
Wait.
Um,
Wait. You saw that last crappy one? Oh no, well, not Predator, not Prey, but the other one, The Predator.
no, actually, I didn't see that one either.
So
So I saw the original. I guess
Prey.
Alien versus Predator is the only other one that I saw, and then I saw Prey.
Oh, so you saw 2, 3, and 4. You didn't see. Technically 4. Yeah. So yeah, Predators, and then The Predator, and Predator 2.
Which sounds like I watched them 4 in once.
Oh yeah. You were lucky. You watched the good ones. Well, I mean, Predators isn't bad. I'll probably put that third on the list. But yeah, the other two, you can throw those away, man. This is just bad, man. What you call it? What do you like most about the character?
The fucking technology.
Yeah, man, the gadgets.
Yeah.
I mean, like from the claws to the infrared shoulder cannon to throwing away the fucking their version of a ninja star, I guess.
Yeah. Invisibility.
Invisibility. I like the mask too.
Yeah.
The masks are dope, bro, man. And even the sound they make.
Yeah.
It's just a cool character all around, man. Just dope, bro. You know, like I said. So I mean, so you couldn't pick out just one thing you like the best.
Yeah. There's just too many.
Yeah. Okay. So last question: do you want the series to continue? If so, how? Like, what would you want to see the next movie? Would you want to see a reboot? Want to see them maybe continue off another story? How would you want to see it done?
I wouldn't be mad with the reboot if they hire whatever director, but if they're able to keep the person that did Prey and stuff, I would like to see a different version, different timeline.
Okay, glad you brought that up because in a lot of the comic book stories, that's what they do when after each miniseries kind of drops him into a different period in time or a different place, because in Predator lore, they've been here since the beginning of time. I mean, they've come here to Earth at the beginning of time, so they've seen all this shit.
Yeah.
You know, they've seen all this shit, man. I'm talking Civil War, Caveman era, you know, Wild West. So you can go to those places. Like I said, I mean, make a movie, like I said, of them, let's say in the Wild West.
A Wild West one would be crazy.
You know.
I'd want to watch that, yeah.
Or them, like, I don't know, them in the Wild West, like, or them in like the Revolutionary War. Picture that, or them in I don't know, like another part of the world. You know, let's say like Russia or Saudi Arabia or something like that. You know, and them landing there. You know, or Egypt, as a matter of fact. You know, so like I said, that's why I said there's so many things you can do with them, because like I said, through history they've been here. Like I said, so that's why that's another thing I love about this franchise, because I can feel it's never ending, really, because like I said, you can pick a different time and a different place and just pop them there.
Yeah, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, you know. But yeah, I mean, Predator movie with them in the Wild West, that would be dope. I would like to see that. Let's say have him go against like Billy the Kid or something like that, man. What?
Yeah.
I like that idea, man. You know. But yeah, man. Like I said. And plus I love the fact that like they're a society where, like, you know, they're born and breed to hunt. That's what they do, man. Like I said, and what do you call it? And then basically, you know, it's equivalent to like a father taking his son hunting for the first time, you know, like that, and having him kill his first deer or whatever like that. But like I said, but we are usually the what you call it, the targets, you know. So to drop like a young alien off like they did in Prey, because you can tell he was a young one, because that was his rite of passage. He had to kill and everything like that. And I know I just like that, the fact that, you know, it's a young predator, you know, giving his rite of passage and, you know, proving himself to the elder predators that, yes, I can hang with y'all, you know, everything like that. So I like that concept of it, man. You know, don't ask me why, I just do, you know, like I said. And yeah, and yes, it's unfortunate that we are usually the targets, but that's, you know, because of territory. That's why they like using Earth, because we're so populated, you know, you know. But they also use the aliens, as we know, as well. Well, the xenomorphs, I should say, as we now know, you know. But I mean, I would think aliens are probably more formidable opponents than we are, you know. So maybe the aliens are for like the older guys. Yeah. Then the young ones, you know, they tackle the humans, you know, and everything like that. But yeah, for me, definitely want to see it go on. And I agree with you. Get the writing and director team who did Prey, put them on the next project. Like I said, put them either in the West or just another location, man. You know, change it up, make it different. We don't really have to do a reboot. Like I mean, like a retelling of the first one. You know, because I think the first one's a classic, and just leave it like that.
Yeah.
So just place them in a different time, in a different place in history. That's all. And like I said, people will eat it up. I will. You know, like I said, I don't get tired of seeing them. You know, they're one of my favorite characters in sci-fi. So Disney, please don't fuck this up. Please don't. Oh, and one more thing I had to add, because I found this out 2 days ago, but the next Alien film is due out next August. So
really?
So we have that to look forward to. So I don't know. I'm worried, man. Because Sigourney's done. I told you that, right? She's not doing this anymore.
Who?
Sigourney Weaver. Ripley.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not doing this anymore. She's done. So I think they're gonna try and replace her. I don't know if this is a reboot or just continuation of the story. But I know there is a female lead, and like I said, so I don't know what they're gonna do with it. You know, I hope they don't try to pass her off as Ripley or anything like that, because that's not gonna work, especially for longtime Alien fans.
Yeah.
Because Ripley is Sigourney Weaver, so if you're gonna have if you have a female lead, she can't be Ripley, so she just have to be somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is. So I will keep you guys posted on what I find out. But yeah, so we have that to look forward to. And as far as Predator goes, I've heard nothing of Disney doing anything with this franchise yet. So we'll see.
Well, that last one just came out last year, right?
2022, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe they want to give it like some air.
I mean, but they have to have seen the positive feedback it got, man.
Yeah, but like right now, I think they're just trying to get the Fantastic Four right, or all this other stuff right. I don't know. I really don't.
Well, like I said, when they acquired Fox, they got a lot of they got a lot of properties they have to manage and decide what they're going to do with, you know, because I think, well, besides Alien Predators, the Fox also, that's the X-Men and the everything, and the Fantastic Four and everything dealing with them and those characters. And I think they have another. There's another horror thing that's under Fox. I forgot what it was, but yeah. So they have to figure out what they want to do with all these franchises that they now acquired. You know, so we know Alien is on the horizon. I just want to know what's their plans for Predator. Maybe 2025 we get a Predator movie. I hope. You know, something good. We'll see. All right, I yammered on enough about this cool fucking character. Ugh. So you can help us out if you enjoyed this episode, give us that 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening to this on. And if you want, you can contact me at my Instagram at Sinder666. I post about, this show, Cinder's Playground, and I post about my YouTube channel, which is really nothing specific. I do all kinds of shit. I do food reviews, I do unboxings, I do video gameplay, and I do commentary. So, yeah, you can check me out over there for all your, if you want to, not see me because I don't show my face, but if you want to check out some of my other content, you can check me out over there. Sir, your turn.
And you can catch me on Instagram at JoseCE90. And just slide in the DMs, let us know if you have any show suggestions, what you think about the show, and we'll try to implement it.
Yeah, so you can contact us in our socials, for show suggestions, questions, or suggestions. We're always happy to hear feedback from fans, and like I said, give us a follow, whatever platform you listen to this on, and help us out a bunch and support us by giving us that 5-star rating and share. Like I said, if you know people that are into geek culture, like you are, share. Tell them to check us out, man. I want the cult to grow. But this is Cinder. Till next time, we will talk to you guys later.
Peace out.